Hello, my fellow hackers. My name is Shauna, and I'm going to be helping you get through TryHackMe's Walking in Application module. This is just a quick recap. I'm not going to explain anything. I'm just going to try to show you how to do it because sometimes TryHackMe can be a little bit buggy, and the instructions are a little bit vague, and people can get stuck. So this is just to kind of show you how to do it, not to help you understand it. So let's get started. First thing that we want to do on this one in task number 1 is we want to start up the machine so that we can access the website that they want us to access. Now it says it takes it about 2 minutes. It does take it about 2 minutes. And at first when you come to this page, it's just going to say lab web URL, and that will actually change in 2 minutes once this active machine is up and running. So we're just going to wait a couple minutes and we're going to come right back. Okay. Now that the machine is up and running, we have an IP address, and down here this URL has changed. It's been populated with that IP address. We're going to click on the link and we're going to open this up. Now it opens it up into a different tab, and to make things easier, I am going to put these side by side so that we can kind of look at the instructions while we're looking at the website. And it looks like it's taking a little bit longer right now. So we'll just wait a moment and come back when the website is up and running. Now that it is up and running, you can resize it so that it works well with your screen. I've noticed that a lot of the TryHackMe websites, they're very simple, they're very small, so you could make the aspect ratio however small you need it to be so that you can have both of these on your screen. So that is task 1. Let's move down to task number 2, exploring the website. This one's really easy. There isn't much to do. They just want you to explore, because most of what it is to be a hacker is just information gathering at first. So we're just kind of like gophers, and we're just going to go into a website. We're going to poke around. We're going to try to find all the different pages and take a look at what they look like and see what kind of information they have or input zones that they have that we might be able to exploit in the future. So that's the first thing that they're asking us to do here on task 2. They want you just to go to the home page. They want you to go to the news section. So up here's the news section. They want you to click on one of the articles, and then they want you to see up here, there's this thing called the URL for this article has an ID equals 1. So that might be useful in the future when we're trying to manipulate information that we find in order to find things that are hidden. So go through a couple of these pages. Some of these, they have customers, and this is customer login. So instead, you can use like common terms. That's something that people will do sometimes. So I'm at customers, and I'm going to put in accounts. Sorry, it was customer account, not accounts. So I'm going to put in customer account, and we see that we have another login page. It takes me right back to the login page. So they just want you to kind of get comfortable with exploring websites. That's what this is all about. So once you're done with that, we can go on to task number 3. Now, I am going to assume that you have read through all of this, and I'm not going to be doing too many of the explaining it to you because I think they do a good job at explaining it to you. And I'm going to pull up down here where the answers are, but we're not going to write in the answers. We're going to find them on our own. So when we go into task number 3, because we've been poking around, this is something that I did wrong at first. I was poking around the website how they told me, but I didn't go back to the home page, the main page that they give me to go on to task number 3. And that's important because when going on to task number 3, we're going to do it from this home page. So the first thing they want to know is, what is the flag from the HTML comment? So this is all about using view page source. So if you right click anywhere inside the website and you go to view page source, you get all of this HTML coding that it takes to make this web page. And then they teach you about what a comment looks like. Comments in HTML have the exclamation point at the beginning to differentiate them, that they are a comment. And we learned something from this comment here. We said that this page is temporary while we work on the new homepage beta. So they don't want us to see this new homepage, but they've given us information. The developer has left information that's public facing now. So let's go back to the page, and at the end, let's put in that information that we got from that comment, and we have our first flag right here. THM HTML comments are dangerous. So the second one is, what is the flag from the secret link? And so down here we have, if we're looking on this page and we search all the way down to line 41, we can see that there is this thing called secret page. Now let's go back and look at what the website actually looks like. This is right after there's a picture of the staff, and it says our dedicated staff are ready to assist you. So let's see what was going on the page. So our dedicated, so right here in this section, we don't see it, but there is a secret link in here. So that's interesting. So why would they have it secret? We would ask ourselves. But let's just see. It goes to a secret page. So let's just click on it. And then we have the next flag, THM, not a secret anymore. Okay, what is the directory listing flag? So this one took a little bit more thinking. Basically, you see, as you're going through this HTML, you're seeing a lot of these links that start with the directory assets. So we have assets and then a bootstrap CSS document. We have assets and then the style document are there. And then also down here, we see that assets for jQuery, and then also assets is where they're keeping pictures that go on the website. So this folder looks really important, and normally folders such as that would be password protected so that people couldn't access them. But we're going to stop and see if that folder can be accessed by just putting in assets. And right here we see that we're able to see this website. It says assets. And then one thing that you always want to keep an eye out for when you're looking for flags is a lot of times if there is a document that actually says flag. So right there, there is a document that says flag.txt. You click on that and that gives you their flag for right there. THM invalid directory permissions. So I'm going to go back. And then the next work is what is the framework flag? So we're going to go back to our view source and we're going to look for comments that tell us about what framework is being used to build this website. And so we see down here in the bottom comments in line 51 that this page was generated using the THM framework 1.2, version 1.2. So, and then they also say that they got this framework from this link right here. So I'm going to highlight it and then I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to this link. Again, it's always like you're just kind of gophering around, you're trying to find information, you're trying to find links, you're going to those links, you're seeing what you find there, and that's the name of the game on TryHackMe. So right off the bat, we see that its current version is 1.3. So as a hacker, what does this tell us? So back when we were viewing the source, we see that this website is using version 1.2, even though that framework has been updated to version 1.3. So what that tells us as a hacker is that maybe we could do a little bit of research and there might be vulnerabilities in version 1.2 that they haven't updated a patch to it yet to go to version 1.3. So that's important information right there. And so in terms of how, but we haven't found the flag yet on this one. So we noticed that the framework is out of date, but they told us to go to the change log. So we're going to go to the change log, and right here to the latest update is that they had an issue where the backup process was creating a file that was public facing, and it was called /, let's just see, I'm just going to highlight this and copy it. So it was /tmp.zip. So I'm going to copy that and I'm going to go back to our original page and I'm going to paste that at the end and hit enter, and automatically this zip file starts downloading. I'm going to open it, and look, when I open it right over here, there is a flag file that's in there. I'm going to open the flag file and it's going to show me the flag, THM, keep your software updated. So that's all we need for task number 3. So let's move on down to task number 4, and that is the developer tools. Okay, so with the developer tools, there's multiple ways to access it depending on your, by clicking on View Site, they'll show you the different ways to get this, whether you're using Chrome or whether you're using Firefox and Safari, because they have slightly different things that you would use. So I'm using, let's see, they want us to go to the inspector. So let me just show you how I did that again. Let me close that. Sorry about that. They want us to go to the news page. And then while we're on the news page, they want us to bring up the inspect function. And mine's coming on vertically. Sometimes this will show up at the bottom and go horizontally on the page. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so that I can show you. So I want to, we need to look and then watch right up here at the top. I'm going to click on this third article right here and kind of keep your eyes as I click right here in this main section where it says Acme IT support. When I click on this link, it says this article is for premium customers only. So we've been blocked. And so right now we want to go find a way to see if maybe we could unblock that. And so we're going to start out by looking in the HTML. And the HTML, it uses these little toggle buttons. And so at first you're thinking, I don't see anything in here. Well, that's because you need to toggle through these things. So this was a premium content, so keep that in mind. We're looking for things that maybe say premium, content blocking, or paywall, because that's what this is a paywall. So we're just going to keep kind of bringing these dividers down and looking around. I'm not really going about this in any particular order. Here it was, right here. Okay, I'm going to go down and we see it right here, div class premium customer blocker. And when you click on that and highlight that line with a blue line, it gives you the CSS styles, the back-end coding to format this page. It gives you the coding for it right here. And so what we're going to do is right here where it says the display option for it, where it says block the display of this area, we're going to instead go right in here, highlight it, and write none. Okay, now that it says none, oops, I did that in animation. I didn't mean to do that. See, we all make mistakes. Right here in block, that's the one that I wanted to do. I wanted to type none. And as soon as you type none, it takes it away and it says THM not so hidden. And that is the answer for task number 4. So let's go on and let's do task number 5. So this one, we're going to be using more of the functionality of the inspector. And we want to go to sources, or it might actually say debugger if you're using Firefox. And let me see, I forget the page that they want us to be on here. I think they want us to be on, let's see, sorry about that, guys. The contact page. So we're going to go to the contact page. Notice real quick, I'm going to refresh it again. This is what I was going to say the last time. Acme IT support, keep your eyes in this area right here. I'm going to refresh the page. There was a red box that came up. They want us to find out what was said in that red box. It went away so quickly though. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on sources. Okay, so after you have clicked on sources, since it was a flash, we know it was probably might be related to something that says flash. So we're going to click down here on the assets. We want to see the assets that are running on this website, and we see this one called flash.min.js. So it's a JavaScript application, and we're thinking that maybe it's what's creating this little flash module that comes up on the contact page. So the first thing that we see is that JavaScript is often written really long in one line that just continues on and on. It makes it really difficult to read. There is this little button down here which means pretty print, that if you click it, it kind of brings the JavaScript all down in a line by line format so that it's easier to understand. And so we're going to kind of look through this code and we're going to see if we understand anything. And right here it says flash remove. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a breakpoint. And a breakpoint is you put a break on that line of code so that when it goes to read that page again, it stops and it doesn't read that line of code. So if you click on the 48 that's right here next to the line that says flash remove, and then you go to refresh the website, that got stopped, paused in debugger, and let's see, let's play it. I had the option to play it. Sometimes it just comes up on its own. And it says THM catch me if you can with underscores. So that is the flag for that one. All right, one more for this module, task number 6. On this one, they want us to go to the network tab and they want us to refresh the page. Whoops, let me go to the network tab. I'm gonna pause this debugger that keeps going on. Let me take that breakpoint, nope, away. Let's go to network. Okay, and on the network tab, they want us to go through here. It's not going away. There we go. Got it to go away. So they want you to fill out this form. So I'm just gonna quickly fill out the form and I'm gonna send the message. And we see that what popped up here when I sent the message was contact.message. And so they want us to just click on that. And when we click on that, we have our next flag, got the Ajax flag. And that's the flag for this one. So I breezed through this very quickly. This is not to explain things to people. This is just sometimes things can be a little bit buggy on TryHackMe. And so I'm just kind of to fly through it as quickly as possible, not go too slow so that you guys can get through it on your own. I hope that it helps. Leave me any comments or criticisms below. Tell me what you like. Tell me if you do want me to slow down. Maybe I could make 2-parters where I could do like a quick recap where I just get through it and show you how to do it. And then another recap where I explain things a little bit more. Tell me what you're looking for and I will provide it for you. Until next time, happy hacking.